In the beginning, I was raw. I was untapped. They said I was the future of professional wrestling. I lived up to that hype. I cut a swath of destruction through this company that's never been seen since. When something went wrong, things began to change. Was it politics? Was it the great veterans holding me down? Or was it Joe? Was it something inside of me that made me stop when all I've ever done since I've been here is push forward? The fact of the matter is, it was something with me that got me to this point. It was fear. Fear of what I'm capable of doing.
Steiner, you are one of the 5 responsible for the sins I'm about to commit.
Anytime a man comes to this point in his life, he can sit down, he can be good, he can live a comfortable existence in a life of mediocrity. Or he can take what he wants. He can shake things up and do things the way they were meant to be done.
You'll be the first I introduce to my nation of violence.
Samoa Joe's freaking insane. I mean, this guy's crazy. This nation of violence thing has just gone way too far.
No more fear, no more wondering, no more doubt. My nation of violence claim its emancipation. A beast is reborn. Nothing will ever be the same. Be the same.
Papa Pump Scott Steiner must face the violence as he steps into the ring with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the main event mafia from Detroit, Michigan, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner!
I have to admit, in all the years that I've watched the career of Scott Steiner, that I've called his matches, I don't think there's ever been a time when I had the feeling that Big Papa Pump might be even slightly intimidated by an opponent. But that look in his eyes earlier tonight, the backstage interview with the main event mafia, the words he had to say to Kurt Angle, I'm not going to go quite so far as to say that there is intimidation, but I think maybe that's the unpredictability of Samoa Joe that has Steiner concerned.
Well, every time you see it, Samoa Joe's blindsided and putting a tribal knife to his neck. You know, I can't blame Scott Steiner for being a little wary. I mean, the guy's freaking insane, Samoa Joe.
His opponent represents the TNA Frontline from American Samoa. He is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
Yes, the new look, and as you can see, the new, more violent, more vicious style of attack. And Samoa Joe goes to the mount, pounding the shots, the repeated rights to the head of Scott Steiner. And I think, is Steiner's head opened up?
I'll tell you what, he didn't give Scott Steiner a chance to even get himself situated. I think it is. I think he busted him right on the top of the head. And again, a situation where they should have faced off from the beginning, with Joe not even giving Scott Steiner a chance to even get his bearings. I mean, we've been waiting for this matchup. We've been seeing the attacks. They should have just let these guys square off.
The blonde hair of Scott Steiner, colored red from the blood of those punches by Joe. And Steiner momentarily turns the tide here. He took Joe and drove him face first down to the mat, and now Steiner looking underneath the ring to find something that he can use as a weapon to combat Samoa Joe's violent, vicious style. The knees, one after the other, into the head of Steiner.
I mean, this guy's just snapped. He is absolutely... I've never seen violent. Oh, man!
I was just going to ask how much of this referee Andrew Thomas could take, and at that point, he gets flung out of the ring. Rudy Charles up on the apron, and he gets hit with a right hand.
Oh,
the senior official, now they're going to throw this thing out.
They got to. They got to get this animal out of here. I mean, unreal. That was...
It's an immediate disqualification. We're going to call Scott Steiner the winner. Oh, here we go again. Joe flying through the ropes with that big suicide forearm shot on Steiner. Now he's going to use the steel ring steps as a weapon.
Scott Steiner never had a chance. Never had a chance in this matchup. Something that really, it's amazing to me that, like, I feel bad for the crowd that they didn't get a chance to see these two really go at it because Samoa Joe just took matters in his own hands. Look at this. This thing, tell you what, this is the time to get the police in.
Samoa Joe doesn't feel sorry for Scott Steiner. Samoa Joe was the man who was put on the shelf, if you'll recall, by the Main Event Mafia, and Samoa Joe spent over a month on the sidelines here in TNA. It welled up in his mind, and he has come back with the Nation of Violence, and now he's got Steiner by the head, and he's going to take him outside of the impact zone.
I'll tell you, this is just unbelievable. I've never seen a guy that insane. He's snapped.
Don West put it best. Samoa Joe is freaking insane to Lauren with the phenomenal AJ Styles.